firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Nicolay Field for some more Bulldog baseball, as your Adrian College club baseball team will take on the Eagles from Eastern Michigan University. I am Forrest Vernier here on play-by-play. Alex Herman is directing. As pitching today for your Adrian College Bulldogs is Colton Hicks. The left-hander gets ready on the mound. As the lineup for the Eagles is Wadle, Waldschmidt, followed by Raymond, then Becker, then Mahmoud, then Allgood, Starks, Holtz, and Klotz. And starting out in defense for your Bulldogs in the outfield, Jack Whitehead in left, Brock Hudick in center. Jonathan Middleton in right. Liva and Davies on the corners, Perrin at short, Amatry at second. Gilniak behind the plate. And here we go. Leading things off for the Eagles is Ryan Wadle. The first pitch this evening from Colton Hicks. It's a strike, and we are underway. 0-1 on Wadle. Here's the pitch from Hicks. Swing and a miss on the curveball for strike 2. Oh and 2 on Wadle. And he got him swinging. A strikeout to start the night for Hicks. As he strikes out Wadle to start it. Let's take a look at it. A good curveball to strike him out. Next up is Kyan Waldschmidt. First pitch to him. And that is 4 consecutive strikes thrown by Hicks. Here's the 0-1. There's a ground ball to second, and it gets past Ametry. And Waldschmidt is aboard. And now Wyatt Raymond, who is playing first base tonight for the Eagles. One out here in the first, just the start of things here at Nicolay Field. As Raymond swings and it's a high pop fly, and that is going to be caught by Jack Whitehead for out number 2. Waldschmidt still at first. Now Aaron Becker takes his first at bat. First pitch from Hicks is a breaking ball in the dirt. Good block by the catcher Gielniak. One and 0 on Becker. Here's the pitch from Hicks. That is high for ball 2. Waldschmidt takes a good lead from first. 2 out in the first inning. Here's the 2-0. On the ground to third. Jesse Liva with a long throw. And that is in time for the out. And we're going to take a look at this one again. As it's well hit, a ground ball. Yeah, that was a good pickup by Liva. Quite a long throw from third base, but no score yet. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and only 1 left as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Bulldogs coming to bat. This is the home of Adrian College Sports.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
And we are back. As Demis is on the mound for the Eagles. And playing defense, all good, Waddle and Starks in the outfield. Holtz and Raymond on the corners, third and first, respectively. Klotz at short, Becker at second, and Waldschmidt will be behind the dish. And due up for the Bulldogs is Brock Hudick, Jesse Liva, Jack Whitehead, then followed by Connor Davies and Remington Gilniak, Luke Pope, the DH, Stephen Amatry, then Jonathan Middleton, and finally, for your Adrian College Bulldogs, Ty Perrin. Is now Demis, the right-hander, making his warm-up throws is Brock Hudick, making some practice swings. And we're just getting word that that was actually an error that happened to the top half of the first inning from Waldschmidt reaching first, because that was dropped by Stephen Amatry, so that will not count as a hit. So there were no runs, no hits, but only an error in the top half of the first inning. Here we go, first pitch to Brock Hudick. It's low and in the dirt for ball one. One and 0. There's a ground ball to the first baseman, Raymond. He'll take it himself for out number one. Next up to bat now is Jesse Liva. As you could hear his teammates cheering him on from the dugout. That's low and in the dirt. One and one on Liva. Demis gets set. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's in there for a called strike. 1 and 2 on Liva. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ball 2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. As Demis has his first strikeout of the day. First pitch to Jack Whitehead is a called strike. And after the check in the roster, I also realized that was Ty Perrin who made the play at third base. And Liva will be playing shortstop. Oh and 2. Whitehead swings and hits it foul, not a play. If Whitehead shall reach, Connor Davies is on deck. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses high and outside. One and 2 the count on Whitehead. Here's the pitch. High, ball 2, and the count is even. 2-2 on Whitehead. Calling timeout. Home plate umpire grants it for a moment. Here's the 2-2 pitch. On the ground to first. That's a foul ball. So this at-bat will continue for Jack Whitehead. Home plate umpire confirming the count. It's 2-2. Again, the 2-2 pitch. That's outside, full count. Another foul down the first base line. 3-2 on Whitehead. Here's the pitch. There's ball 4. First walk of the day. So Whitehead will be at first. That'll bring up the cleanup batter, Connor Davies, who is playing first base tonight. And the umpire just called a balk. So Whitehead will advance to second. Let's take a look at what happened here. Looked like something to do with the way he moved, with the way Demis moved his knee, getting ready to pitch. And the balk was called. That is low and inside on Davies for ball 1. So Whitehead advances to second on a balk. 2 outs here in the first. Here's the 1-0 to Davies. Davies swings and hits a pop fly. It'll go out of play. Gilniak on deck, if Davies shall reach. Whitehead at second. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's ball 2. Missed on the outside corner. Two and 1. That's hit into left center. And that's going to be caught by Allgood. No runs, no hits. 1 left from a walk and then a balk. As we will now go to the second inning very shortly. No score yet from either team so far. We'll be right back right after this. And we are back as we are now at the top half of the second inning. Colton Hicks gets back to work. First pitch to Noah Mahmoud is a ball. 1-0. Swing and a fly ball to left. Waiting for it is Jack Whitehead, makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down here in the second. And now Dylan Allgood, who caught the final play in the bottom of the first, will bat second in the second. And he hits a ground ball to Amatry, and he'll get right by him. And that'll be the first hit of the day for the Eagles. As they'll have a runner aboard with only 1 out. Now Gabriel Starks, the right fielder, will take his first at bat. As Allgood will lead from first. The pitch from Hicks. That's high. Ball 1. Top of the second inning. No score from either side so far. The Eagles just got the first hit from a single by Dylan Allgood. 1-0. That's in there for a strike. 1-1 on Gabriel Starks, who's playing right field for the Eagles. Hicks doing a good job checking on the runner at first. Samuel Holtz waiting on deck. 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Good pitch by Hicks. One and two. Got him swinging. Strikeout number 2 for Hicks. Let's watch the replay. That was a good slider to strike out Starks for the second out. Now Samuel Holtz, the third baseman, will take his first at bat tonight. There's that slow breaking ball again from Hicks, but misses outside. 2-0. The 2-0 coming up to Holtz. Slow and in the dirt, starts to get away, but another good block from Gilniak prevents Allgood from advancing to second. 3-0 now on Holtz. Here's the pitch from Hicks. That's in there for a called strike. 2 outs here in the second. The 3-1 to Holtz. Hey, it's in there. And Hicks catches up with the count. It is now full at 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Hicks after falling behind 3-0, comes back and throws 3 consecutive strikes to get Holt swinging, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the day. Breaking ball after breaking ball. As we will now go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. No score here at Nicolay Field. We'll be right back. This is the home of Adrian College.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
And we are now back, as we're at the bottom of the 2nd inning as Demis gets back to work. As he will be facing Gilniak, Pope, and Amatry. So far, still no score from either side. The only hit from either side was a single by Allgood. And the only base runner for Adrian was a walk given to Jack Whitehead, but then advanced to second on a balk. And that's all we have so far. And here's Gilniak, the Bulldog catcher. As Demis now gets set on the mound. First pitch to Gilniak. He swings and hits a high pop fly, shallow right. And that's going to be caught by Raymond for the first out of the inning. Next up is Luke Pope, the Bulldog DH, swings and misses at the first pitch. Oh, 0-1 on Luke Pope. That's in there for strike 2. Oh, 2 from Demis. And Pope just got a piece of that one. The count remains 0-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd. 0-2 on Luke Pope. Here's the pitch. Slow breaking ball, got him on strikes. That was a good pitch from Demis. Let's take a look at it. As you can see it go up and then drop down into Waldschmidt's glove. As Amatry hits a ground ball to second, Becker will get it taken care of, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Demis. As we will now go to the top half of the 3rd inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. No score here at Nicolay Field. This is the home of Adrian College Sports. No score so far here at Nicolay Field as we're now at the top of the third inning. As we're now at the bottom of the lineup for the Eagles, the shortstop, Sean Klotz. First pitch from Colton Hicks. As Klotz just got a piece of that one. Oh and 1 on Klotz. That is low, ball 1. The count is even. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Here's a ground ball to the shortstop. And Liva will overthrow it. And it gets past Davies. Let's take a look at it. Now, that was a good pickup. He threw it right past Davies. So now we're back at the top of the lineup. Ryan Wadle, who struck out in the first inning. Hicks has struck out 3. First pitch. That's outside for ball 1. And they're going to call that play an error. And that is the second defensive error made by Adrian College. 1-0. Tap foul. Waldschmidt on deck, nobody out. 1-1. Strike 2. Wadle just got a piece of that one. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball right back to the mound. And they'll throw to second, and they'll get the out there. And Amatry looks like he might be hurt. As he stumbled a little. As you can see him shaking the foot. That was a good throw from Colton Hicks. And it looked like Gielniak was going to take a mound visit, but then it was called off. One out here in the third is Waldschmidt, who reached on an error in the first. Takes ball 1 from Hicks. So Wadle leads from first. Still no score. Hicks checking on Wadle. Here's the 1-0. Waldschmidt hits one to right center. That'll get down for a hit. Wadle rounding second. He's on his way to third. Going to second is Waldschmidt. And the Eagles have runners at third and second, both in scoring position, as they're looking to to spread their wings here in the third inning. Here's Wyatt Raymond. Flied out in the first inning. That's in the dirt. Another good block from Gilniak. Still only one out here in the third. And that double from Waldschmidt was the second hit from the Eagles. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Checked swing. Did he go? He did not. So that's 2 balls and no strikes on Wyatt Raymond. That's ball 3, and Hicks is a pitch away from loading the bases. Aaron Becker on deck. He will be next. Now the 3-0. Check swing. He went around. That's strike 1. Three and 1 now on Raymond. Here's the pitch from Hicks. On the ground, fair ball. So a run will score. Or wait, no, is that foul? That is called a foul ball. So the runners are sent back to their bases. Still at third and second. 3 and 2 from Hicks. Got him swinging for out number 2. And another strikeout for Colton Hicks, his 4th. That'll bring up Aaron Becker. 2 down here in the third. First pitch to Becker, and he swings and misses. No score here in the third inning. Oh and 1 on Becker. Here's the pitch from Hicks. That's low, and the count is even at 1 and 1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses by the outside corner, and that's 2 and 1 on Becker. Here's the 2-1 from Hicks. That is foul tipped. That's strike 2. Runners both in scoring position. Wadle at third. Waldschmidt at second. Here comes the 2-2 pitch on the way. Here it is. That's hit to left field. And that will be caught by Jack Whitehead to end the inning. So Colton Hicks gets out of trouble and leaves the runners stranded in scoring position. As we now go to the bottom of the third inning. No runs, a hit, and 2 left. Still no score here at Nicolay Field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Here we go at the bottom of the third. Still no score from either the Eagles or the Bulldogs. As Demis will get back to work on the mound. For those of you that just missed it, in the top of the third inning, the Eagles got 2 runners on base, but Hicks was able to get out of trouble by a strikeout. And then having Becker fly out to left as Jack Whitehead made the catch. Is now Jonathan Middleton. The right fielder takes his first at bat, swings and misses on the first pitch. 0-1 on Middleton. That's low, ball 1. The Bulldogs have not had a hit yet. That's in there for a called strike. Again, the only base runner has reached on a walk that advanced to second on a balk. Ty Perrin on deck. He will be next. 1-2. Strike 3 call. Second strikeout of the day for Demis. And that'll bring up Ty Perrin. First pitch to Perrin. It's like he tried to show bunt. That'll be ball 1. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Perrin swings and hits it to right center, shallow right center, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Only the second base runner of the day for the Bulldogs, and that is the first hit from Adrian College. As Perrin is aboard now. That'll bring us back to the top of the lineup. As Demis makes sure to check on Perrin. As the sun is setting now here at Adrian. Fouled away. A cold night here in Adrian and a little breezy. One out here in the bottom of the third. Perrin's going, and he hits a high pop fly, and that's going to be caught for out number 2, as Perrin will have to go back to first. It's now Jesse Liva, who struck out in the first inning. Demis has only struck out 2. Two down here in the third, a runner at first. First pitch to Liva is a little bit low, as it just misses the bottom of the box for ball 1. As Perrin leads from first, and he's going. Here's Waldschmidt's throw, is not in time. A stolen base for Ty Perrin. No base runner has reached third yet for the Bulldogs. Can Perrin be the first one to do it tonight? As he leads from second. That's in there for a strike. One and two on Jesse Liva, trying to pick up Perrin from second base. One and two. Liva hits one to center. Wadel will make the catch. And that's going to do it for the third inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left. As we now go to the fourth inning, still no score here at Nicolay Field. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back here on AC. And we are back as we now start the top half of the fourth inning. Noah Mahmoud, who flied out to left back in the second, as Colton Hicks gets back to work. First pitch is in there on the inside corner for a called strike. Hicks looking for the sign he wants. And he's got it. The 0-1 pitch. Chopper off Hicks's glove. Amatry will not get there in time. As Mahmoud will be aboard. The third hit of the day for the Eagles. That'll be an infield single for Noah Mahmoud. Here's Dylan Allgood, who had a single earlier. Takes ball one from Hicks. Still no score from either side. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Hicks. Here's a fly ball into center field. And that's going to be dropped by Brock Hudick. And down to second goes Mamad. And this cold weather may be having effect on the defense tonight. As Hudick looked like he had it, but it just popped out of his glove. They will call that a defensive error on Adrian College. That is their third tonight. Here's Gabriel Starks, who has struck out. Hicks has struck out 4 batters. So the Eagles now have runners at first and second with nobody out. Oh and 1 on Starks. He takes the ball outside. Here's the 1-1. Shows bunt, and it's going to roll foul. That's a smart play, though, by Ty Perrin, making sure to check on the ball. As Gilniak has a quick chat with Hicks. A ball and 2 strikes on Gabriel Starks. One and 2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Second time Starks has gone down on strikes. And that'll be the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Samuel Holtz. And that's going to get away from Gilniak, and the runners will advance. Ball 1 on Holtz. Only 1 out. Holtz struck out in the second. One and 1. And he hits a high, towering fly ball to left center field. And that will be caught. And by Hudick, both runners will tag. And Mamad will score the first run of the night for the Eagles on a sacrifice fly RBI by Samuel Holtz. And the Eagles are starting to spread their wings here. We are now at the bottom of the lineup. Sean Klotz, who reached on an error earlier, take his second at bat. That's high, 2-0. Here's a 2-0. 3-0. And another block from Gilniak. Here's the 3-0. That's in there for a called strike. As the sun now has set here at Adrian. 3-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. As Hicks is now all caught up and has filled up the count at 3-2. Three and two on Klotz. A grounder to the shortstop. Good throw by Leiva to get out of the inning. But the Eagles take the lead 1-0 on a sacrifice fly RBI by Samuel Holtz. As we now go to the bottom half of the fourth inning, Eagles 1 and Bulldogs 0. This is the home of Adrian College Sports. Eagles 1 and the Bulldogs 0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. As back in the top of the fourth, the Eagles took the lead on a sacrifice fly RBI by Holtz. As Hudick made the catch, but it was deep enough to have the run come home and score. As Demis now will get back to work, making some practice throws to Waldschmidt. Is now Jack Whitehead, who walked in the first inning and then advanced to second on a balk, will lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Connor Davies is on deck. First pitch to Whitehead. That's just a little outside. That's ball one. 1-0 Eagles here in the fourth. As Whitehead swings and misses, and the count is even at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Demis. Breaking ball as Whitehead hits a pop fly, and that is going to be caught. As Wadle ran all the way from, or excuse me, no, that was Allgood. That was Allgood that made the catch. And that'll bring up Connor Davies. One out here in the bottom of the fourth as Davies takes the ball low. Davies hits a ground ball to the second baseman, Becker. Throws to Raymond for the second out of the inning. Now here's Remington Gilniak. And he hits a grounder to the shortstop, Klotz. Makes a nice throw. And that's the end of the fourth inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Demis. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. As we will now go to the fifth inning. Eagles have a 1-0 lead. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. This is the home of Adrian College Sports. And we are back now, as we're now starting the top half of the fifth inning. Eagles have a 1-0 lead. It's Colton Hicks. We'll get back to work on the mound. He has struck out 5, but has given up a run and 3 hits. As Ryan Wadle will come up to bat, as we are now at the top of the lineup now for the Eagles. First pitch from Colton Hicks. As that's inside, ball 1 on Wadle. Here's the 1-0 pitch. In there, and the count is even at 1-1. Waldschmidt is on deck. Here's the 1-1. Grounder to second. Easy play for Stefan Amatry. 1 up, 1 down here in the fifth. It's Kyan Waldschmidt, who reached on an error, and he also had a double. Will take his third at-bat of the night. The first pitch to Waldschmidt. That's high and outside, ball 1. Wyatt Raymond is on deck. Here's the 1-0 from Hicks. Swing and a foul out of play. And the count is 1-1. Only 1 out here in the top of the fifth. No base runners aboard. 1-1 to Waldschmidt. Ball 2. So far, only 1-0 in favor of the Eagles. Here's the 2-1 from Hicks. That's outside for ball 3. Hicks gets set. 3-1. Waldschmidt hits one to center, and Brock Hudick makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down here in the 5th. It's now Wyatt Raymond, who is 0 for 2 today. He has flied out and struck out. Will now bat with 2 outs here in the 5th. Here's the first pitch to Raymond. And that hit him. So Raymond will be aboard. Now Aaron Becker will take his third at bat. First pitch to him as he hits a fly ball to left. Going back is Whitehead to the wall, and he makes the catch. That was hit deep, but not deep enough as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Eagles have a 1-0 lead. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on a hit by pitch. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back here on ACT.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Here we go at the bottom of the 5th inning. Eagles 1 and the Bulldogs 0. As the Eagles have had 3 hits, the Bulldogs have only had 1. As Stuart Demis who is not allowed a run, only given up 1 hit, will get back to work. As due up for the Bulldogs is Luke Pope, the DH. As the players are taking their positions in the infield and outfield, as Demis back on the mound. First pitch to Luke Pope. That's ball 1. As you can hear his teammates yelling, "Good eye," from the dugout. 1-0. Swing and a foul, not a play. Count is even at 1-1. One and one from Demis. Pope swings and hits a ground ball to Becker. That'll be an easy play for him. As Pope grounds out to start the bottom of the 5th. It's now Stephen Amatry. Amatry is 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch from Demis. Amatry hits a grounder right back to Demis as he'll make the underhand toss for out number 2. It's now Jonathan Middleton. who struck out earlier. Middleton just got a piece of that one for strike one. Oh and 1 on Middleton. That's low and inside, and the count is even at 1-1. Two outs here in the bottom of the fifth, the 1-1 pitch. And that's going to be caught by the shortstop, Klotz, to end the inning. And that's another 1-2-3 inning for Demis. As we will now go to the sixth inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. 1-0 Eagles here at Adrian. This is the home of Adrian College Sports. As we're now in the top of the sixth. Noah Mahmoud. Who has he has flied out and singled. First pitch from Hicks is ball one. Hicks tonight struck out 5, but has given up a run and 3 hits. 1-0. That's high and outside, ball 2. As the sky is now completely dark, but thankfully we have our lights. That's fouled away. 2 balls and a strike on Noah Mahmoud. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Hicks. That's hit in the air to right, and that'll get down, and that's a fair ball. Mahmoud will go all the way to second, and he'll get there standing up, as he'll have a double. Let's look at the replay. That one landed in the corner. As Noah Mahmoud has a stand-up double to start the sixth. As he's now in scoring position. First pitch to Dylan Allgood is ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Just got a piece of that one. A ball and 1 strike on Dylan Allgood. One and 1. Fouled that one right toward the Eagles' dugout. A ball and 2 strikes on Allgood. Allgood singled earlier in the second, which gave the Eagles their first hit. 1-2. And he hits one foul. Hits the fence in front of the bullpen. Top of the 6th. 1-0 Eagles. As they threaten to have more. 1-2. That is inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, struck him out. As Allgood strikes out swinging for out number 1. That's strikeout number 6 for Colton Hicks. Let's look at the replay. Good slider. Now Gabriel Starks, who has struck out twice today, swings and misses. Starks, the right fielder, now trying to pick up Mahmoud from second. 0-1. That's in there for strike 2. Hicks looking for the sign he wants, and he's got it. 0-2. And Starks hits one to left center. Brock Hudick makes the catch for out number 2. And Mahmoud will hold at second base. Now Samuel Holtz, who has struck out and also had a sacrifice fly RBI. That's been the only run from either side so far, as Gilniak wants to talk to Hicks for a second. And if Holtz shall reach, Klotz is on deck. Two outs now here in the 6th. And that's into left center. That's a base hit. Mahmoud is rounding third. And the throw is cut off as the runner scores. 2-0 Eagles. Let's take a look at it. As Holtz on the first pitch hits it to left center and it drops, making it deep enough for Mahmoud to score. And Klotz, it's a grounder to third. Perrin will throw him out. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, but the Eagles get one more run on an RBI single from Samuel Holtz. As now the Eagles lead 2-0 here at Nicolay Field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Right after. Here we go. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Is Ty Perrin. We'll lead things off as we're at the bottom of the lineup now for the Bulldogs. First pitch from Demis. Has a swing and a miss. Strike one. Oh and 1. Perrin swings, hits a fly ball to center, and that'll drop in front of Wadle. So Perrin gets his second hit of the day, and only the second hit overall for the Bulldogs. As Perrin, who also stole a base last time he was aboard, will take the lead off. As Brock Hudick fouls it away. 0-1. Hudick represents the potential tying run. Oh and 1. Hudick hits a ground ball to second. They'll get the out at second. And Hudick is safe at first. As Perrin is out, and he'll head back to the dugout. So now Jesse Liva. Liva will now try to pick up Hudick at first. As Liva struck out earlier, as Demis checks on Hudick at first. That's low and outside. A ball and no strikes on Jesse Liva. One out here in the bottom of the 6th. Hudick leads from first. And he'll get back in there. And another one. Another toss back to first. Hudick now going to try again. And another attempt. One and 0 on Liva, as Hudick will try again to take a lead. Liva hits a pop fly and it will go foul and out of play. The count will be even at a ball and a strike. One and 1. Hudick's going, and there will be no throw. A stolen base for Brock Hudick. As he is now in scoring position with only one out here in the 6th. 2-1 on Liva. That's in there on the outside corner, strike 2. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a high pop fly. That'll go foul. And this at-bat will continue for Liva. This has been a really good at-bat for Liva. Still only one out. Here's a 2-2 delivery. That is ball 3. Full count now on Liva. Two 2-0 Eagles. Bulldogs trying to rally here in the 6th. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way. And Liva hits one to left center. That'll drop for a base hit. Liva rounding third. Or Hudick rounds third and comes all the way home to score. It's an RBI double for Jesse Liva. Let's take a look at it. Well hit, and it drops in front of Wadle. And the Bulldogs have their 3rd hit. Now their first run as Jack Whitefield represents the go-ahead run. As Brock Hudick scores on the RBI double from Liva. As Liva takes the lead from second. 0-2 on Jack Whitehead. That is high, ball 1. One and 2 on Whitehead. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-2. Still only one out here in the bottom of the 6th. Connor Davies is on deck. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a high pop fly, foul territory. Will it stay in play? It will not. And this at-bat will continue for Jack Whitehead. Again, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a high pop fly. Klotz says he's got it. And he makes the catch for out number 2. And here comes Connor Davies. And now Davies will represent the go-ahead run at the plate. Tying run is in scoring position for the Bulldogs. First pitch to Davies as he swings and hits it to left. And that's gonna be caught to end the inning on another good catch by Klotz. But the Bulldogs are able to cut this lead in half as they trail 2-1 against the Eagles. And as we go to we're now going to the top half of the 7th inning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on Here we are now in the top half of the 7th inning. As Colton Hicks will now get back to work. As we are now going to be back at the top of the lineup for the Eagles. As they lead 2-1 against the Bulldogs. Hicks now gets ready on the mound. First pitch to Wadle is swung on and missed, but the ball gets away. And again, this has been a chilly night here at Adrian. 0-1 on Wadle. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Oh and 2 from Hicks. That's low and outside for ball 1. As Waldschmidt is on deck. One and 2 from Hicks. Fouled away and it hits the net. One and 2 on Wadle. Here's the pitch from Hicks. Swing and another foul out of play. And they'll quickly get a new baseball. Top of the 7th, the Eagles have a 2-1 lead over the Bulldogs. 1 and 2 on Wadle. Swing and another foul. That's 3 consecutive fouls hit by Wadle. Again, the 1-2 pitch. That's ball 2. Two and 2 now on Wadle. This has been a good at-bat for him so far. Here's the 2-2 pitch. 3 and 2. Count is now full. Three and 2 on Wadle. Here's the pitch. That's ball 4. And that'll be a walk to start the 7th. And will this be it for Colton Hicks? What an effort, though, from Colton Hicks, striking out 6. But he's only given up 3 hits and 2 runs. But no, they're gonna keep him in for a little bit longer. as he's going to try his best to finish out this inning. Nobody out here in the 7th as Wadle leads from first. First pitch to Waldschmidt, who has had a single and a double today, takes ball 1. 1-0 from Colton Hicks. That's ball 2. Here's a 2-0 delivery. That's in there for a strike. Wadle at first, nobody out here in the 7th. Eagles lead 2-1. Two and one now on Waldschmidt. Here's the pitch. Wadle's going. Here's the throw from Gilniak, and they got him. A good throw from Remington Gilniak to throw out Ryan Wadle at second. Let's take a look at the replay. That was just in time. A good tag from Jesse Liva. That'll be the first out now here in the 7th. 2-1 on Waldschmidt. That's in there, and Hicks is now caught up with the count. It's now 2-2. Wyatt Raymond is on deck. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Look out. Fouled away. Again, the 2-2 pitch coming up to Waldschmidt. Here it is. Oh, wait, no, that was 3-2. And now it's ball 4. That's the second walk of the inning for Colton Hicks. And that'll bring up Wyatt Raymond, who was 0 for 2 today. He has flied out and struck out. First pitch to him, and he hits one to right, and that's going to be caught by Middleton for the second out. And Waldschmidt will have to go back to first. Now that'll bring up Aaron Becker as Raymond flies out to right. First pitch to Becker is in there for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. On the ground to short. Liva has to hurry, and they got him at first. And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, but before we go to break, let's look at this replay. Liva came to get it. That's good hustle from Jesse Liva at shortstop. As we will now take our 7th inning stretch. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we are back. So we're now at the bottom of the 7th inning. As Remington Gilniak will lead things off for the Bulldogs. As earlier in the top of the 7th, made a good throw from the plate to get Ryan Wadle out at second, who was caught trying to steal. It is still 2-1 in favor of the Eagles. As Demis has only given up a run and 3 hits, as he will face Gilniak, Luke Pope, and Stefan Amatry. So here's Gilniak to start things off in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch from Demis. That's in there for a strike. One and 0 on Gilniak. In there for strike 2. Oh and 2. Gilniak hits it to center field. Wadle will make the catch for out number 1. As we're now getting a pinch hitter, as Trevor Tromley will pinch hit for Luke Pope. As the left-hander steps in to take his first at bat. Tromley hits one in the air to left center, and that'll be caught by the shortstop Klotz. And just like that, there are already 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. So here's Stefan Amatry. First pitch to Amatry. That's low for ball 1. One and 0. Swing and a foul out of play. A ball and a strike on Stefan Amatry. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Amatry has a base hit to right field. That's the 4th hit of the day for the Bulldogs as Amatry is on base for the first time tonight. That'll bring up Jonathan Middleton. As Amatry takes a good lead from first. But Demis makes sure that doesn't happen. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And another attempt, but Amatry gets back in there. Two outs. As Demis has yet to throw a pitch to Middleton. Here it is. Look out. As he swings and hits it foul. And another foul out of play. That's 0-2. Oh, 2 on Middleton. Amatry takes the lead from first. 0-2. Ball 1. As this at bat will continue for Middleton. One and two. Called strike 3 to end the inning. That's 3 strikeouts tonight for Demis. As we will now go to the top half of the 8th inning. As the Eagles still have a 2-1 lead. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. This is the home of Adrian College Sports. Here we go, here in the top of the 8th, as we got a new pitcher for the Bulldogs, as Nathan Lindner takes over on the mound for Colton Hicks. One and 0 on Noah Mahmoud. Takes a strike from Lindner. Lindner is a freshman. He's also one of our colleagues from ACTV. That is ball 2. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That is high, 3-1. Three and one on Mahmoud, who has singled, doubled, and flied out, and is now walked. As he'll be on base to start the 8th. Now Dylan Allgood, who has singled and struck out. First pitch to him. That's a slow breaking ball. Drops right in the middle of the box for strike 1. Oh and 1 from Lindner. Bounces in. but is blocked by Gilniak. The count is even at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. A ball and 2 strikes now on Dylan Allgood. As Gabriel Starks is on deck. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That is just outside, ball 2. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. That is up the middle into center field, a base hit. And the Eagles will have runners at first and second with nobody out. With Gabriel Starks coming up. Starks has struck out twice today, as he will now bat with 2 runners on base, with nobody out here in the top of the 8th inning. As Lindner gets ready on the mound. First pitch to Starks. He shows bunt, but it goes foul. That's strike 1. Two 2-1 Eagles. Here's the 0-1. Try to show bunt again. That's going to get away. Here's the throw from Gilniak. Not in time. So both runners will advance. As now they're both in scoring position. Still nobody out here in the 8th. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. That is 2 balls and a strike. Now on Gabriel Starks. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Lindner. Ball 3. Samuel Holtz is on deck. That's in there for strike 2. Full count now on Starks. Here's a 3-2 pitch. That's in there for strike 3. As Starks goes down looking as he strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. A good pitch from Lindner. Those are the only 2 runs scored by the Eagles. Two and 0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. Runners at 3rd and 2nd. 1 out now here in the 8th. The 2-1. That's back up the middle. Off Amatry's glove. 2 more runs now are going to score. As the Eagles now have 4 runs. That's 2 more RBIs. from Samuel Holtz. And what a night he has had. Now Sean Klotz. Hits a ground ball, and it gets right by the third baseman. Gets right by Perrin. As the Eagles threaten they have more. They now lead 4-1 over the Bulldogs. First pitch to Wadle is low and in the dirt for ball one. One out here in the eighth inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Lindner. That is low for ball two. Runners at first and second, one out. Eagles now lead 4-1. Here's the 2-0. As Wadle just got a piece of that one. Two balls and a strike now on Wadle. Walt Schmidt is on deck. Already has some of his catcher gear on just in case. And that's going to get away from Amatry, but the runner will hold. Still 2-1 on Wadle. Two and one. That's going to get away from Gilniak. And both runners will advance. As they will now be at third and second. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Ball four, and the bases are loaded with only one out. And Lindner is going to get a mound visit. And they're going to take him out of the game. Lindner gave up 2 runs, only struck out 1. Will now head to the dugout. As we'll get a new pitcher for the Bulldogs. As now on the mound for the Bulldogs is Elijah Holst, the freshman from Elgin, Illinois. Will take his practice throws on the mound. As the Eagles extend their lead as they lead 4-1 on a 2 RBI single by Samuel Holtz. An all 4 runs from the Eagles have been RBIs from Samuel Holtz. As Elijah Holst will face Kyan Waldschmidt, who has singled and doubled and walked. So he's been on base 3 times today. Will now bat with the bases loaded. Swings and hits it to right center, and that'll get down for a hit. Holtz will score. Here comes Klutz, and he'll come home. It is now 6-1. 6-1 Eagles. As Waldschmidt swung on the first pitch from Holst. That's a 2-run single from Waldschmidt. As the first pitch to Wyatt Raymond is strike 1. Still only 1 out in the 8th. Low and outside, ball 1. One and 1. Strike 2. One and 2, the count on Raymond. Here's the pitch from Holst. Ground ball to second. Amatry throws to second. And they'll get the double play. But the Eagles come up big. Let's look at the replay of this double play. A good flip from Amatry. And a good relay throw to Davies to get the double play. A 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. But the Eagles spread their wings and come up big as they lead 6-1 over the Bulldogs as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll be right back right after this. Bottom of the 8th inning. Eagles lead 6-1. It's now Jake Sakanis. Sakanis will pinch hit for Ty Perrin. And he also came into this game and is playing third base now. First pitch from Demis. That's outside. Ball one on Sakanis. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Sakanis swings and hits it foul. The count is even at 1-1. Bottom of the 8th inning. The Eagles have extended their lead 6-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Bounces in the dirt. Two and one from Demis. Here's the pitch. Sakanis will take strike two on the inside corner. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Foul ball hits the net. This at-bat will continue. This will be the 6th pitch coming to Sakanis. Here's a 2-2. Sakanis hits a fly ball to right, and that'll get behind Starks. And Sakanis will go to second, and he will stay there with a double. Sakanis with a pinch hit double to start the bottom of the 8th inning. As now we're at the top of the lineup is Brock Hudick, who stole a base, will take strike one from Demis. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed, strike two. Here's the 0-2. That's going to bounce in. A good block from Waldschmidt. One and two on Hudick. Swing and a foul down the first base line. Nobody out. The Bulldogs have got a hit, a double from Jake Sakanis. Fouled away. Count still 1 and 2 on Hudick. As Sakanis leads from second, the 1-2. That's a foul ball. And the Bulldogs thought it was fair. But that was close. Again, 1-2. Ground ball to first. And he has to hurry, but he won't make it. As Raymond didn't get to the bag in time, as the Bulldogs will have runners at the corners with nobody out. Jesse Liva is due up now. Jesse Liva, who's had an RBI double earlier tonight. And Hudick's going. No throw from Waldschmidt. That's the second stolen base of the night for Brock Hudick. Both runners are in scoring position. A little flare, and that's going to drop foul. Right over Raymond. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. One and one on Jesse Liva. Liva hits a grounder to third. Good play from Holtz. As he'll make the play for the first out of the inning, both runners will hold. And that'll bring up Jack Whitehead. First pitch to Whitehead is in there for strike one by Demis. Here's the 0-1. That's strike two. Demis doing a good job getting ahead on the count. 0-2. That's outside. 1-2 on Whitehead. Here's the 1-2. That was close right there. But he just missed outside. Both runners in scoring position. Only one out here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's a 2-2. Full count now on Whitehead. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a 3-2. Whitehead hits one to center. That's going to be caught. Runners will tag. And Sakanis will score. Going to third is Hudick. A sacrifice fly RBI by Jack Whitehead. And that'll now bring up Connor Davies. Davies takes strike one on the low and outside corner, excuse me. Oh, and 1. In there for strike two. And if Davies shall reach, Gilniak is on deck. You could see him have his catcher gear on already, just in case. 0-2. Davies just got a piece of that one. Count remains 0-2. Oh, and 2. Davies hits a grounder to Holtz. And he makes the play to end the inning. But the Bulldogs get one more run on a sacrifice fly RBI by Jack Whitehead. As we will now go to the top of the 9th inning. The Eagles still have the lead, 6-2. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. This is the home of Adrian College Sports. Here we go as we're at the top half of the 9th inning. As we have a new pitcher for the Bulldogs, it is Sam Fosmoen, the junior from Lake Orion, Michigan. Graduated from Lake Orion High School. Fun fact, his younger sister, Anna Marie Fosmoen, plays on the women's soccer team. As he will take over now on the mound for Elijah Holst. But the Eagles have a 6-2 lead over the Bulldogs. As Aaron Becker will lead things off here in the 9th. As Fosmoen gets to work. First pitch to Becker is low and in the dirt for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's on the inside corner for strike 1. Here's the 1-1. In there for strike 2. Here's the 1-2. Becker hits a chopper, and there will be no play as Gilniak gets to the ball a little late, and Becker will be aboard. Is now Noah Mahmoud, who has flied out, singled, doubled. He has also walked, so he is 2 for 4 today. First pitch from Fosmoen is a swing and a miss. Strike 1 on Mahmoud. Now Mahmoud leads off from first. Pickoff attempt, not in time. Count 0-1 on Noah Mahmoud. Dylan Allgood is on deck. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. He swung and missed, but it gets away from Gilniak. But Becker will hold at first. Fosmoen gets set. He hesitates for a moment. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's to the shortstop. They'll get one. And that'll be not in time. Oh, wait, no, that was a double play. As they're now going to call him out at first. So just like that, there are 2 outs now in the top of the 9th. So here's Dylan Allgood. In there for a called strike. 0-1. In there. Fosmoen is not messing around. He is going right after Allgood. So he's going to try to finish him off here. Foul ball hits the net right in front of us. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Here's the 0-2. A strikeout to end the inning. As Fosmoen gets his first strikeout. Let's take a look at the pitch. It's a nice fastball or a changeup. That will end the top half of the 9th as we will go to the bottom of the 9th. It'll be the last chance for the Bulldogs. Eagles lead 6-2. Who's going to win? Here we go at the bottom of the 9th inning. Last chance for the Bulldogs as they trail 6-2. As Demis will try to finish this off. As he's only given up 2 runs and 6 hits. Breaking ball misses inside. 1-1 on Remington Gilniak. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Trevor Tromley is now on deck. 1-2. Ground ball to second. Aaron Becker will throw him out for out number 1 here in the 9th. Now Trevor Tromley will take his second at bat. Remember earlier he came into pinch hit for Luke Pope. But he swung at the first pitch and flied out. But this time he'll take ball 1 from Demis. As Demis has pitched a great game today. And 2 outs away from completing it. As Tromley swings and misses. Count is even at 1-1. Here's the 1-1. 2-1 on Tromley. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Ground ball to second for Becker. One more time. 2 down in the 9th. Now Stephen Amatry. Now the last hope for the Bulldogs. As Stuart Demis is an out away from pitching a complete game. First pitch to Amatry. Strike one. Oh and 1. Amatry, it's a ground ball to Klotz. This should do it. Throw to first. And Amatry's out, and that's the ball game as the Eastern Michigan University Eagles beat the Adrian College Bulldogs. And what a performance tonight from Stuart Demis, as he has a complete game, as both teams are showing each other proper respect. Telling each other, good game, good game. As your final score is Eagles 6 and Bulldogs 2. And we hope you've enjoyed listening to our broadcast. Alex Herman was your director. I am Forrest Vernier on play-by-play, wishing you a good night here from the campus of Adrian College. And as always, go in love and peace.